right. So, hey, boss. My name's Alec Arritola from FanSided MMA. Firstly, I wanted to say that it's an honor and a pleasure to be speaking with you today. And just in case anybody watching this lives under a rock, I have a little something special here from 2004. And it was actually my father's favorite at-home workout, Bas
Oh,
Rutten's
wow.
mixed martial arts workout. And I'm just going to read a short little bit off the back here for those who may not know. Bas Rutten started his martial arts career at late age of 21. He discovered that martial arts was his calling. Within 1.5 years, he got his first degree black belt in Taekwondo. 1 year later, he received the first degree black belt in Kyokushin Karate. Presently, he holds a second degree black belt in Taekwondo and a fifth in Kyokushin Karate. While he was doing these two sports, he also started to compete in Thai boxing. He became the Dutch champion and fought 16 Thai boxing matches, of which he won 14 by knockout. In 1993, he was contacted by the Japanese organization Pancrase. He fought his first fight for Pancrase in September 21st of 93. He won the first fight in 43 seconds. From that moment on, he became one of the favorite fighters of the Japanese audience. In 95, he won the prestigious King of Pancrase World Championship belt in the Nippon Bukodan. He defended that title 2 more times successfully and then resigned as the undefeated world champion in order to compete in the biggest no-holds-barred event in the world, the UFC. He went undefeated in the octagon and became the UFC World Heavyweight Champion in 1998. So I just wanted to give a little backstory there. That CD's been in my home for as long as I can remember. So I've always had bosses work out there with me.
Listen,
But
yeah, no, the people are doing the workout, and they've been asking me to make new workouts, right, for a long time. And what people don't know, it's like for already 10 years, I have 18 new ones. But you can
wow,
find them on bodyactionsystem.com. It's a streaming, but that's a whole different level. Trust me. If you do level 3 boxing, that's the level I do. It's
nice.
insanity.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I'll definitely check those out too. And you said those were on where we're at?
Bodyactionsystem.com.
Nice,
Body.
nice. Okay. Well, that's enough about Ed Guapo. Let's talk about some karate combat.
Yeah.
Specifically upcoming Karate Combat 36, which is this Saturday, October 29th, live from Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, where Machida protege Bruno the Tiger Souza will face former lightweight champion Edgar's the Bear Slayer Scrivers. Boss, which are some of the other matchups that you're particularly excited for on Saturday?
You know what? All these guys, they come and they give it 100% because everybody wants to stay in the organization, right? So they go. It's an insane event. I love it. I mean, we have Olympic level karatekas who normally fight semi-contact, now facing each other, fighting full contact. And to see the evolution over the years, in the beginning when you saw the fights, somebody would hit and he would stop, and then the other person would just keep on going and go, okay, oh yeah, there's a different rule set. So you see the evolution, and everybody said they started the pit. If you look at the pit, for the people at home who don't know, go to karate.com and you will see it. Everything is for free, by the way. So nobody has to pay anything. It's a special pit with a 45-degree angle wall, and these fighters can use these to their advantage. So you can literally run them up. You can do it to escape an opponent. We saw Raymond Daniels already doing it to get behind his opponent. People already took somebody up because takedowns are allowed, ran up the wall, and then to get more height, and then they throw them down. So we see a lot of people getting very experimental with that wall, and that makes for great fighting.
Yeah, definitely. Those karate type rules definitely make for more engaging fights. I would say fan friendly fights to watch as well. And recently, Karate Combat added knees to the rule set, correct?
Yes, we added knees to it. There's no clinching though, so you can't grab the opponent. But you know what? This was something that I did with are doing with my students all the time. Because when you grab somebody's head, you expect the knee, right? So I go, why would you grab the head? If you get on a short distance with like 3 hooks and then you throw a right roundhouse knee, so to say, or like a mawashi hisagiri, would that be called? It's a very effective thing to do because nobody's going to expect it. So now they added that to their repertoire. There's takedowns. There's a 5-second ground and pound rule. There's no kicks to the thighs, though. There's kicks below the knee, which makes, in the beginning, it's kind of weird. We might still do that, add that. I don't think so, because they're really eminent against it, because apparently in karate and the Olympics, it's not allowed as well. So they want to stay close to those rules, but you see a lot of calf kicks, and you see already people getting stopped with calf kicks. So their theory behind this whole fighting system is, and I got to give it to them, is that because of the rules, they fight further away from each other. So clinching is not allowed. All that stuff is not allowed. So for the people at home, if you watch the fight, it's more easy to see all these beautiful karate techniques.
Right. No, that's awesome, and definitely again very exciting. And so this is Karate Combat's now a 36 numbered event. The promotion continues to grow in popularity by the day. You've been a commentator for many high profile events throughout your career and Pride and such. But I wanted to ask you personally, what do you think sets Karate Combat apart from other martial arts competitions, and what really makes it unique?
Well, it's the only one of its kind, right? The only full contact karate league on the planet. And then the unique is like the pit I was talking about. I think the rule set, and then we have not just have karatekas, but we have karatekas Agayev. I mean, probably the best karateka ever. I mean, 5 world titles, 11 European titles. I mean, the guy could be the GOAT. He's fighting at Karate Combat, and you see all these crazy guys. Now, also the main event that you were already talking about, Edgar Scrivas, he's a Kyokushin guy who's constantly pressure. He's the prior champion. He just lost his title against Rocha, but he's going to face now Bruno Souza. And Bruno Souza, you already touched on it. He's a Machida Dojo Hus guy, and this guy, he's a phenomenal fighter. So for Edgar Scrivas to come back after a loss and then to face right away a guy like Bruno, that's going to be a very tough fight for both of these guys, because Edgar Scrivas is relentless. He's going to keep on coming forward. And that's a beautiful thing also about this karate. All these styles, you see the difference in styles. Like, again, Edgar Scrivas, Kyokushin, he will be in your face. It's like these guys like to fight in a phone booth. Very close, and everything is attacked from close range. Bruno Souza, Machida Karate, that's a whole different animal. You see, now they're further away and they keep the distance, and they're really good at staying just outside the range of the opponent and then picking the opponent apart, just like Lyoto Machida would do in the UFC. You see, and of course, Bruno Souza has that same. So, yeah, that's another great thing about karate. There's such a variety of styles, and you can really tell who's which style once they're competing.
Right. It almost harks back to the early days of like the Ultimate Fighting Championship, where you just had different styles against different styles, and then let's see which style, how this style matches up against this other style. No, that's very interesting. And one final question for you, Bas. I wanted to ask what Karate Combat has in store for 2023, and what us fans could look forward to in the coming year.
Well, we're going to come out with electronic money, right? The karate coin is going to come out. We're going to hear more about it. It's already being promoted, but you will find out on this event. So please take a look at this event, because they came up with a system that you cannot even call it gambling, because you can't lose. And now you're going to go like, whoa, that's got to be something, right? I mean, how is that possible that you can't lose? Just wait till it comes together. What they want is eyeballs and more people. So, yes, you can gamble with the money, but somehow you cannot lose the money. You can only make more money. So I would jump on board immediately. These guys are very known in the whole electronica world, because that's where they come from, and the computer science, and they're very smart guys. And they have some guys behind them that really believe that this could be the next best thing. So I'm even very much looking forward to it, to exactly find out, because I never really dove into that currency yet. I don't know everything about it. That's why I'm telling the people the best thing is for you to just do it, and they will tell you.
Right, absolutely. And that brings me to something else, though, that I've noticed from the early days of Karate Combat. Like you said, I suppose that a lot of people involved are from the tech space and whatnot. There's always been sort of like an involvement. I believe Bitcoin was an early sponsor. A lot of it's always kind of been adjacent to the tech world, with the NFTs and all that kind of good stuff. And I've seen it been implemented for great gain, to get more eyeballs in, and perhaps bring it to an audience as well that might have not taken notice if they weren't in that cryptocurrency space and whatnot.
Yep.
So yeah, very, very cool, very cool. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Bas. I got a great interview with the legendary El Guapo himself, and looking forward to Saturday, definitely.
Man, me too. I can't wait. I'm leaving here on Wednesday, so then it's freaking all karate. And you got to meet these fighters. That's another great thing about these karatekas. They can be shouting at each other, and they can. There's no profanity, by the way. First of all, they don't do that. That's the background. But even when they're angry at each other, as soon as it's time, you will see them bow to each other. They shake their hands, and then they go. And some of these guys really don't like each other, but there always is this bow, and there's always this shaking of the hand, and I really enjoy that. To watch, sportsmanship. That's what we need more in the martial arts world.
Yeah, and that's that true martial arts spirit. At the end of the day, it's really where that discipline and that respect for your opponent, even if you don't personally respect them so much, but as long as it stays in the, honorable in the ring.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much again, Bas, and you have a great one. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, Alec. Godspeed, brother.